Hey everybody, Chad from Six Plug. I'm Stick. This morning I just want to do a quick little video and talk about my LiteTrail solid fuel cook kit. I actually got this back this past Christmas, 2012, so I've had this cook kit now for a good 6 months. I've been using it on and off, but I got to say I've really come to like the cook kit. I will say that there are some things I changed out, some things I added to it, but you'll see that in a minute when I open it up and show you everything. But overall, I really like this cook kit. I do want to point out that this is the first cook kit that he came out with, Gen 1, version 1, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have the handles on the cook pot, and it doesn't have the tacked windscreen. Instead, this is the no frills cook pot. It doesn't have handles, and it's the windscreen that you actually have to use the paper clips to connect together. And I'm going to say that I like it this way. I like the way that I can store the windscreen better than I can with windscreens that are tacked together. And then also I make do just fine without handles on the cook pot. And if I can make do without them, there's no sense in adding a little extra weight, so I'm perfectly fine with the way it is. So anyway, real quick, I want to say that everything right here, this would be my entire cook kit. Everything I need to boil water, and then even serve as my drinking mug. The only thing that this doesn't include is a spoon, and spoons vary from trip to trip, so I'm not really going to include that in on the weight. But the total weight of everything that I have right here that would always go is 3.4 ounces or 95 grams. So that's not bad, considering how durable this setup actually is. You know, it's not a beer can cook pot or anything that can break real easy or get crushed real easy. Everything is actually pretty durable, so to me that's an impressive weight. But anyway, quit talking about it. I want to go ahead and I'm going to open it up, show you everything, and then I'm going to actually bring some water to a boil. This is an Esbitt cook kit. I'm going to bring some water to a boil and show you a couple of things about that. I was going to make some hot cocoa because I've already had my coffee this morning, but it's so dang hot out here, I don't think I could stand to drink another hot drink, so I'm not going to do that. So let's go ahead and take everything out. And I want to say I'm not going to quote weights for each individual piece. I may add that to the video whenever I'm editing it. I don't know, I'll just have to see. But like I said, everything total weighs 3.4 ounces or 95 grams. The first thing I did was I got rid of the lid that comes with the cook pot, and I picked up the Ruta Lacura number 2 carbon fiber lid. The cool thing about this lid is I think it only, I said I wasn't, but I think it only weighs 7 grams. I can't remember off the top of my head. But the cool thing is it'll fit a number of different cook pots. It'll fit my Backcountry 700 milliliter cook pot. It'll even fit my Jetboil Soul TI. So this one lid will fit a number of different cook pots, but it happens to fit this cook pot really well, and I do like it. So that's what I've been using. It weighs less than the lid that came on it, so that's what I'm using there. Go ahead and pull the cook pot with everything out. And just so you can see, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's everything inside there. I don't know if the camera's focusing, but everything fits inside the cook pot really well. Before I pull the cook pot out, I'll just show you. I've got just a piece of light load towel. You can see this one's been used pretty good. It's about time to replace it, I think, because it's starting to look kind of nasty. It's kind of tattered, frayed, got holes in it and stuff. But a piece of light load towel, that way I could dry it out. I have a mini Bic. Since I use Esbitt, I would rather use a lighter rather than the matches to light this thing. I have the titanium folding Esbitt stove that came with it, and I just keep it in the bottom piece of a little sandwich bag because I don't know if you can see that, but it gets pretty nasty in there, and I don't want that just floating around in my cook pot. But this thing works really well. What I really love about this is that he actually notched out the edges so that the cook pot fits very well in this little stove. I really like that. That was my one hang up. I have another one of these, and that was my one hang up with these, was that my narrow pots didn't fit real well in it. But this is completely different. So there's that. This is the windscreen. I told you I used the one that you have to actually put paper clips on. The only bad thing about that is I do have to keep up with the paper clips. So I have 2 paper clips there, and then the windscreen. And what I did with the windscreen, I could just let it open up and roll up along the edges of the cook pot, but what I've done is just taken a little piece of Tyvek, put a couple of stitches in it, and it makes this nice little sleeve so that it kind of rolls up. And I like doing that because it helps kind of keep the shape a little bit. I'm not worried about if it gets a little bit, you know, squared off or whatever, but I like that it does kind of help keep the shape better than some other ways. And all I do is just pull that out. That's a little sleeve. I mean, it weighs something, but it doesn't hardly weigh anything. And then there's the windscreen there. Just kind of fold that over. Put the paper clips on, and bam. As you can see, it's not completely circular, but you know what? That doesn't matter. I'm just trying to keep it from getting completely creased or anything like that. But anyway, that's the windscreen. And then the last thing I have in there is just a Hot Lips. And the reason I carry this is because, like I said, I do use this as my drinking cup. I will say this is the first mug or cook pot that I've ever used as a drinking cup. And I didn't think I would like this one as a drinking cup, but after using it a number of times, I've really come to enjoy using it as a drinking cup, and I don't have any issues with it. But that's my Hot Lips. And then all this fits very well inside this stuff sack, and I'll show you why. But anyway, like I said, then that's just my cook pot. The 550 milliliter cook pot, no handles, no frills, no nothing. It is what it is. And that's how that fits together, and that sits right on there. Of course, there's the titanium disc. That's the ground sheet that will go up underneath the stove. Go ahead and just put that under there. And then the last thing I have inside the stuff sack is a reflective sleeve. Like I said, I use this as a drinking mug, so that's made to fit right down in there. And then I've got a little cutout there for my Hot Lips. Place my Hot Lips on, and there I go. Got a drinking cup. Of course, I don't keep that on when I'm actually cooking or boiling water. I wouldn't say cooking, but I don't keep that on when I'm doing that. I take that off, and then that's just the stuff sack that comes with it. You see it has gotten a little bit dirty from the Esbit, but not bad at all. No kind of issues that I'm concerned about. So, what I've been doing is I've been using these 4-gram Esbit tablets instead of the 14-gram Esbit tablets. And what I've come to find out is that in like weather right now, if I'm using water that's not really cold and kind of calm weather like this right here, 1 tablet will be enough to almost bring it to a boil, really to kind of get some bubbles in the bottom, but plenty hot enough for me to drink. Especially if I was using filtered water, I'd have no issues with it at all, no concerns. However, if the water's a little bit colder, or if there is some good wind blowing, which actually I feel some now, I would use 1.5 tablets. So that would be 6 grams. And what I'm saying that, I only filled this up about just a little bit under halfway, and I found that that's plenty enough water for me to make a cup of coffee or tea or hot cocoa or anything. And that's all I need. Alternatively, if I'm heating up water for a meal, I'm going to have to fill this thing nearly all the way to the top, and at that point I can get by with using 3 of these 4-gram tablets, but to be honest, just because of conditions and sometimes the water may be a little colder, I would prefer to use just a 14-gram Esbit tab to make sure that I get plenty of water to boil, and usually that's more than enough. So that's how I do my Esbit. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and put a little water in here. Since I do carry all that stuff inside here, I always add just a little bit of water. That way if some of the Esbit or burnt Esbit or something falls down inside there, maybe I'll kind of rinse it out. And then fill it up. That's about good there. Like I say, that's about half the volume of the mug. And since I have 1.5 of these left, I'm just going to go ahead and use them. And that does that box up. So, now I don't have my phone with me, so I can't time it. But I will say, this isn't so much about timing for me. Okay, so I ran inside and grabbed another lighter. I think this one's out. Yeah, it's not lighting. So that's probably going to add about another 0.2 of an ounce to my weight. Maybe 1/10, I'm not sure. But anyway, I got another one here. Alright, got that going. Let's slide that on. And we'll go ahead and let this work its magic, and then I'll come back and do some more videos, so we'll see you then. Okay guys, it's been about 5 minutes maybe. I don't know if you can see down in there, but there are some bubbles. Technically that is boiling. So anyway, a while ago, like I said, I don't mind using the one that doesn't have handles on it, because I have no problem with it. And just show you what I mean, I can just pick that up with my fingers. Now don't get me wrong, that is hot, but I can hold it just fine with my fingers at the rim. Now if the pot was full closer to the top, it would be different. I don't know if you can see that too, how much esbit is left. But anyway, what I would do is once I took it off, I would just slide it down in that cozy there, put my hot lips on, pour whatever I was adding to my water, and then stir it up and have a go at it. So anyway, that's my LiteTrail cook kit. I gotta say, I really do like it. It's simple, it's light, and it's durable. And another thing too, it just packs down so small. I mean, really, it's a very small kit altogether. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to do that video and show everybody and tell everybody my thoughts on it, and just kind of show you my twist on it. I really think it's a good design. Like I said, he's got a newer version. It's got handles, and it's got a tacked, yeah, I guess it's a tack weld, the windscreen. I actually have one of those windscreens in the house, but I still prefer just to use this windscreen here, just simply because of the way it packs. But anyway, guys, like I said, I believe he's all sold out of them now. Not sure if he's going to have any more in anytime soon. I'm sorry about all the sirens and everything behind me. That's just part of living where I live. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to post them below, and I'll do my best to answer any of those questions you have or reply to the comments. And guys, I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time. Later.